Hello, security you, and welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon 3. In the previous episode, we started off our adventures through the Happiness Research Lab. And we're going to be going over here, eat up the ooze, and we find our next sunken squirrel. Operation Little Judge Judgy Judgment. Praise behavior. Analyzing praise fur quality. No imperfections found. I guess I'll just go after the toe beans. It's not really elaborated on too much where Little Judd came from. We know Judd came from like an ancient civilization that cover froze their cat so that they could survive in the future. This was in a second scroll in the first game. And Little Judd was kind of like an experiment to try to clone Judd and try to get more cats in this world. The details beyond that are a little bit vague, and they haven't really elaborated on it too much, and I do hope that is something that they will touch upon later in the series. But that's one of the cool things about Splatoon. So, you have like all this awesome lore in these games that it might seem like just a simple, like family-friendly online shooter game. It might seem like a super family-friendly online shooter game at first, but when you dive into it, the lore in these games is incredible. It's kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's in a way, where you just look at it, and yeah, you're in a room, you're in an office, being hunted by animatronics and stuff like that. But once you like dive into those games, it's like, oh my goodness, this is kind of deep for what's supposed to be a simple game. Splatoon is very much in the same way as that. I love these games. If you want like a good game, have some good lore. That's the best way you can make a good game. Take note, Paper Mario, we love story. Yeah, man. It's gonna be so interesting seeing what the next Paper Mario is gonna be like after the 1,000-Year Door remake. So, yeah, that is something I guess we could talk about for a little bit. Paper Mario. So, here's the thing. I liked Origami King. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I love Super Paper Mario and love the first two games. I streamed the entirety of Sticker Star, and I ended up not liking that game. And we're likely to be streaming Color Splash at some point down the road because it's the only Paper Mario game that I haven't finished yet. So, yeah. I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with the next Paper Mario game. And the thing is, the big guy at Nintendo in charge, I'm blanking on his name right now, something Inafuna, that guy. Most people will point fingers to and blame for the direction of the Paper Mario series. He's retired now. Like, somebody else is taking charge of, like, the Paper Mario series, and we don't know what direction they're going to be going, and it's really interesting to see what that's going to mean for the series going forward. My personal theory is that they saw the backlash for Sticker Star and Color Splash, and it was too late to course correct during those games. In Origami King, they tried to course correct as much as they could, because the thing with Origami King is that, yeah, it does have a lot of the same problems as Sticker Star and Color Splash, but there's a lot of moments in that game where it feels like they really did try with this one. They had like a slightly deeper story in it. It wasn't still to the same degree as the previous Paper Mario games, unfortunately, but like it was still like a lot deeper than what the previous games had done at that point. Like with Sticker Star and Color Splash, just having like super basic generic stories. So, like with 1,000-Year Door, they probably decided to remake that game because they wanted to see, okay, everybody loves this game for whatever reason, let's see what went right with this game and figure out what direction we can take the Paper Mario series going forward. That's my personal theory on it. Hopefully I'm right. Like, okay, if it was entirely up to me, I'd have the Paper Mario series be more like Super Paper Mario, because I think having a platformer RPG works great for Mario, and it's a sin that we only got one. But I digress. Like, if they could have a next Paper Mario game be something a little closer to the original games, that would be great too. Even though I'd personally prefer Super Paper Mario 2, but I'm probably one of the only people in the world who would think that. And I do believe that was all the Octarian jerks we can find. We might be missing one. Admittedly, it's been a little while since I've seen this footage. Yep, we're missing one. Yay! My brain is big and smart. Hopefully this will be the last video in this Let's Play we have to do post-commentary for, because, man, I do apologize for having to do that for these past few videos. I don't like doing post-commentary if I can help it, but there's just some cases where it is kind of necessary. So the first batch of videos we did with post-commentary was because the original commentary was stuck on a computer that exploded, and the second batch of commentary was because I was recording on a phone app that didn't work that well. So Yeah, there have been a couple hiccups here and there for this Let's Play, unfortunately, but I think going forward, we're definitely gonna have things go a bit smoother. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx anything. I really hope this computer doesn't explode midway through. That would stink. This computer has been working pretty great so far. My only issue with it is that it kind of renders videos a bit slower than I would have liked. So a video that would have taken like an hour or so to render on my original computer, it takes like 30 plus more minutes to render on this one, which isn't a ideal situation. That time definitely does add up when you render as many videos as I do, but it's not bad. Like, it runs HitFilm pretty well. From what I've seen, it runs a Gamemaker pretty well too. Like, that installed very quickly on this thing. I was pretty surprised about that. So, the only thing I haven't seen yet is how well it's going to be able to handle live streaming. And that's like a big thing I'm worried about. Because we are still in the middle of streaming the Koroks and Breath of the Wild. And if this thing doesn't handle streaming very well, then I'm kind of pufferfished about that. Is that a word? Is that a term people say that you pufferfish something? You know what? We're gonna make that a thing now. We're gonna make that a thing. Enter the stamp Gauntlet. This mission must defeat all the enemies within the time limit. Oh no, a time limit. Whatever are we going to do? Yeah, it took me a couple attempts to do this one. This one's pretty fun. So we have all these Octarian bowling ball guys. These are so much fun to destroy with the hammer. The hammer in general is a really fun puzzle weapon. Just watching Coral get dragged by it is super satisfying and adorable. I love this so much. It kind of makes me wonder what like a Splatoon bowling game would be like. Because like there's probably going to be more Splatoon spin-offs after Raiders comes out. So a Splatoon bowling game would actually be kind of funny. Hopefully it'd be more sports than that, rather than just like one. And the thing is, I'm not even that big of a fan of sports games in general. Like, I've never really gotten into any of the Mario sports games. The only one I could really say that I did get into was like Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. Kind of Nintendo Switch Sports, but that's only just because it's online and my family and I would play it all the time. Back when we would still play that game. There's a couple more of those guys up here. I think there's one more. There we go. We did it. Yippee! But yeah, Nintendo Switch Sports. That game really disappointed me. Not just the fact that they kind of like sidelined the Miis of all things. Because like, weren't Miis like the defining character of the Wii Sports games? So why would you sideline them of all things? I did not like that at all. Like, the new characters they had, they kind of looked more like the Go Vacation characters you'd see in games like that. Like Go Vacation or Wii Ski and Snowboarding or something like that. They just look like something from like a third-party knockoff game, rather than like a proper Nintendo avatar, and I just did not like that at all. It felt like they were missing a lot of good sports. They didn't have archery, which really upset me, because I felt like having archery with the HD Rumble would have worked really well. Like, that would have been awesome, but they didn't. They were about golf for the bazillionth time, which, yay, that's my least favorite sport in Wii Sports, so of course it's the one that appears in every single one of them. Baseball didn't return at any point, which makes me sad because I like the baseball in Wii Sports. Yeah, it was not the most ideal game in the world. That's the reason why I didn't really showcase it at all during the Wii Sports Let's Play. The funny thing about that, though, is that in one of the videos I teased that we'd be demonstrating the other Wii Sports, and I think one of the comments on that was guessing that we'd be talking about Nintendo Switch Sports, and I was like, no, it's Wii Sports Club. And in the comments for that video, most folks were like, wait, Wii Sports Club is a thing? Oh my goodness, there's a Wii U remake of this game? Like, Wii Sports Club is pretty fun. It just had like a really weird model with how they sold that game. For those of you who don't know, Wii Sports Club, how that was sold was that they tried selling the sports individually, and it wasn't until like a year and a half after the digital versions came out that they offered like a actual physical version of the game. And it's like, it's Wii Sports. Why did it take so long to actually finish? And the thing is, like 2 years before it came out, during like E3 2011 was when they demonstrated the Wii U version of the game at first, when they did like the tech demos for that. And it just felt like, it just seemed so weird that it took that long to make Wii Sports in HD. And I know that there was like the big reason why so many Nintendo games at the time were delayed was because Nintendo had literally never experienced developing HD games before. So they frequently ran into development time and budget problems, which is why so many Wii U games got delayed at first. But yeah, that was not an ideal situation, and I'm starting to get worried that we're going into another situation like that now, because 4K game development takes a really long time too. And yeah, that's not the most ideal situation in the world. Like we could be getting big gaps between Nintendo games going forward, which kind of stinks because we've already seen that. We've only gotten like a small handful of big first-party games last year. There weren't like Switch 2 editions or anything like that, and I'm really hoping they don't rely on Switch 2 editions to fill in those gaps, because that would really suck. Because the thing that sucks about them is the fact that they keep the original version full price, but then they charge more for the Switch 2 edition because it adds some new content, and it's like, what the heck? This is stupid. These games have been out for like 2, 3, sometimes 4+ years at this point, and you're charging more for it. That's so dumb. I'll tell you 2, but I don't really like high places either. Callie's afraid of heights! Oh, poor Callie. Oh, I don't mind heights. Like I can handle being on a tall building and things like that. I don't particularly like looking over ledges or anything like that, but if I'm on like a really tall ride, then I'll be okay. I like tall rides. But that's going to be it for this time in the land of alternates. Let's move on to the magical land of alternate save file. Whoosh. Make it rain in Urchin Underpass form. Bugs Bunny. You ever think about that scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where like Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny are on screen at the same time? And you ever think about the fact that that's probably never going to happen ever again? Because like we had some interesting crossovers and things like that, but there's no way Disney and Warner Brothers would ever work together like that again. We have the Rainmaker. Okay, stay behind the crab tank. Stay behind the crab tank. Okay, you're in this way. Okay. Alright, I got a little lost right there on which way we're supposed to go, because I'm an idiot. But yeah, we started the day at Hydra and Dragon Isle Barrack. And then, like, the big thing area that I wanted to go to was, like, Super Nintendo World, obviously. And it took us a little bit to get around over there. We kind of made our way around the park. We went to Ministry of Magic first. Although we didn't go on the Harry Potter ride because, like, the line was, like, 3 hours long and the single rider line was closed. So we went back to that one a little bit later in the day. And we then went over to Super Nintendo World, and, dude, Super Nintendo World is so cool. Like, even though I went to the one in California already, like, the one in Epic Universe is still so cool. It still feels a little small, but it's a bit bigger than the one in California. We unfortunately weren't able to do the Mario Kart ride or the Donkey Kong coaster, which is a bit unfortunate, because by the time that we were able to start doing that, the Mario Kart ride was broken down, and the Donkey Kong coaster, it was like starting to rain outside, so they closed it for the weather. But yeah, after that we went over to Dark Universe, and man, dude, Dark Universe is so cool. I love Dark Universe. Did I mention Dark Universe is awesome because Dark Universe is so cool? It might be my favorite of the lands there. Like, I'm going back and forth between that and Super Nintendo World, but Dark Universe was just so awesome. I'm trying to concentrate on the game a little bit more. We're trying to get rid of the other people. No. Okay. But yeah, Dark Universe. So I knew the Monsters Unchained ride was gonna be awesome. I was a little worried about it because I do love monsters and things like that. The thing I was worried about though was that I don't handle like blood and gore very well, so I don't know exactly what kind of monster thing it was like. But it was more lighthearted and stuff. Like they still have some scary moments, and which is pretty fun. Because like they did have monster jump scares throughout the ride, and they like put you so close to the monsters on the ride. It's so awesome. Like I'm trying not to spoil too much about what goes on in it, but probably my favorite point was there's a lot of really cool points, but there's a really awesome point with the dang it. There's this really awesome moment where the werewolf is chasing you, and when you first see it, there's like the water effect where it feels like the werewolf is slobbering all over you. It's so epic. Who are you calling Pinky? Rainmaker on Scorch, good. Probably one of the best theme parks that I've ever been to in my entire life. There are a few downsides though that I feel are worth criticizing. So my big problem with it was that like the layout of the park. It did have the central hub and other lands like sproking out of it or whatever. And that's like a standard layout for a theme park, I think. But I think my problem with it was that the lands didn't really connect between each other. So if you wanted to go from one area to the other one, you have to go back to the center. You have to go back to the Celestial Park if you want to go from Super Nintendo World over to Dark Universe, even though they're right next to each other. So I feel like they could have connected a little bit more in between lands like that. That would have been a little nice, but they didn't. So that's a little bit on the unfortunate side. And also, there isn't a whole lot of shade, and a lot of the rides are outdoors, so if it's raining and things like that, well, most of the good rides are closed. So it is a little bit of a downside. My roommates and I, like my friends and I, we were talking about going to Epic Universe again later this year, and the time frame we were thinking about was like sometime in the winter when it's not going to be like super raining and things like that. So like hopefully they'll be able to work out. Oh, come on! Oh, come on, people! I went behind, I did a smart thing and splatted those people and they still got the Rainmaker. Okay, alright, okay. Where'd you get away? They have the Rainmaker again. I do not like it when they have the Rainmaker. Where is the Rainmaker? It's on the left. Okay. Alright. Let's head over here. We have the Rainmaker now. I'm gonna super jump over to you. Alright. Clearing a path for you. Oh, come on, people! I'm clearing a path for you. Would you please follow the path that I am clearing? Okay, let's head over here. Sneak attack! Alright, playing defense, playing support, playing the games that are not Connect 4. Okay, you're over there. Alright. Alright, we lost the Rainmaker. Big for some reason. Okay. Alright. Let's go over here now. Come on. Oh, come on! feels like my bubble isn't working. Why is my bubble not working? I would like the bubble to work. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Get away from me. Get away from me. Alright. Mine. Okay, we made a little bit of progress. You're still over there. Now you're dead. Okay, it would be nice if we could stay alive for just a little bit. They have the Rainmaker again. Of course they do. Alright, come on. Okay, let's get it. Let's go. Come on. We got this. Oh my god, okay. We got this. We got it. So got it. Come on. Oh yeah. Come on. We got this. We got it. We can do it. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh my god. This might be the. Oh my god. That was the best comeback we've ever had in the history of anything ever. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. That was such a good comeback. I like how after I kind of mentally give up. And mentally give up and stop caring is when we start getting a lot better. We did it! Yippee! And now taking care of all that, we're end the video off here. So thank you all so much for watching the video for Splatoon 3, and next time, later to you. Oh yeah.